Künstler SEAK Claus Winkler. Uh, Dieses Video, I don't know which direction this video will go. So yeah, let's find out together. Find out together. Yeah, I'm sitting here in my studio room, and I cleaned it a little bit. One of my studio rooms, and I'm here in front of a bulk of sketches, drawings from 2007 to 2018. I think I have somewhere else more from that sketch, yeah, take session, or it was a few months, but I don't know where. So it could be that this is not necessarily have to be the best of those sketches, and it's usually me styling the word seek. If you are a leftist, anti-white, Caligari, Zoc, NGO, anti-German, anti-European, whatever, you should watch this video, because I may be rage baiting myself into that you can sue me or anything and can get me, but I don't. Anyways, yeah, this video is an art performance as well as a piece of art itself, like my whole life oeuvre. Yes, so these sketches are literally like plans for future possible wall paintings as well as canvases. If you want to see these sketches, the anti-whites or anti-Germans, the you-know-whos and their helpers, I mean probably more their helpers, their censors, they deleted lots of my stuff. But now we are in 2026, so there should be, in between 2018 and now, I posted these sketches a few times, always with naive euphoria of that I do something new and I do something which has a positive impact for me as an artist online. So there should be multiple postings or posting series or parts from different years where these sketches are documented at websites like Flickr, where there should be 2 accounts for me, as well as Tumblr. I don't know, maybe at some point the system, the anti-whites, will maybe then re-establish my Instagram accounts. You never know. As well as my Facebook, as well as my X account, Twitter account. So there should be also sketches. So yeah. Maybe there's also screenshots from my old website, my blog, from artista.com. But yeah, so feel free to act within my best interest. I'm happy for any support I can have, for any support I can have. Yeah, hopefully I'm creating here some kind of value. When I did these sketches, I had like 20 to 25 bucks, maybe 15 bucks for food each week, including internet. So I had to go to a local globalist franchise to download super slow internet, sitting there holding myself at an 50, like the cheapest thing they had, like some kind of espresso, and trying to download things, and it took like ages. And I downloaded because I had no internet or nothing here at home. I downloaded from my old cell phone, which was an iPhone, podcast. I remember there was a super cool podcast series about zombies and stuff like that, but also like all kinds of other podcasts. Back then I was politically still asleep. And then I went, I think also in parts I downloaded YouTube, but I don't know, maybe I went, yeah. And then I went, but YouTube took up too much space or too much loading time. So I was like happy when I had like 3 or 4 or 5 videos downloaded. I'm like, oh, it's like super limited, I don't know, low point. And then I went to back home here. While I was sitting there, I was analyzing how those franchises are trying to fuck up the people who work there and keep them dependent, but also effing up the people who are consuming and buying their Geuslop. Yeah. And then I was sitting here on the couch, on a gray old designer couch. Wealthy friend I have gave me because he changed into a larger house. He gave me his old couch, and I put it in my large showroom I'm having here, where the large paintings are hanging. A clean showroom, and there I was then spending basically the autumn of 2017, or maybe late summer, autumn, and winter, as well as winter of 2017, sketching. Listening to podcasts, sketching, and also sketching because I reckon that my style, or my understanding of style and perfection, wasn't in the beginning not as close as where I wanted to be. I reckon that this is a great way of creating lots of efficient visual content in an age where people are drowning in visuals, but painting like a full wall painting takes up too much time, or like a canvas. And I must create content. Also have to study, upgrade or perfect my style. Also stay in shape, train all aspects of my oeuvre, of my style. That's the key oeuvre, also a key element for being happy with who I am, and because my style must look good, and also that it takes up very less energy. You know, if you don't have enough food and you can't afford anything, and you could just sit there and have not even enough money to go with a tram or with the bus somewhere. And you just hardly have food to survive. Like a homeless person has more food and had more food than me. Plus, I wanted to stay productive. Plus, every movement cost energy. Sitting on the couch and just moving their hand almost all day, and experiencing movement and body physiques and everything just with the hand or with the arm is from the energy point of view super efficient. So also wall paintings aren't so efficient because they can get overpainted, they fade away from the sun. People take it for granted, they belittle it, it's everywhere. And I love wall painting too, of course. Plus the sketches, the style is an essential. I think I remember I had like months or a year or once before I did sketches when I was in Münster at my ex-girlfriend's house for living a little bit like normal people. She every few months takes me up to Münster. Then I live in theory, emulating a middle class lifestyle, or I mean, it's a question of how you consider middle class. And there I did like sketches, or I remember doing sketches there years before, which were lousy. Which also was done with fine liner, maybe on 2 raw paper. And with fine liner, it's bad for sketching, especially. I mean like stabilo fine liner, especially also when the paper is kind of not slim or soft. And those sketches were like, I said like, no way, this is like, it's kind of, it seems like I lost everything in terms of my style and my flow and everything. Yeah, so that's kind of like motivated me. The way I'm showing the sketches here is not in the direction I painted them. This direction changed. The stack changed multiple times, and as a copy, like painting with color, I don't see so much reason for that, because rather than paint a canvas, has more significance or impact. These are all painted with a Lamy ink pen, and the same stuff people, students, scholars, kids and children in school have, and also had when I was in school. And the ink I'm mixing myself. And I love the character or the different thought processes or nuance directions forms or letters or forms can give. This comes from an absence of perfect play toys, where you have to think yourself into what you're playing, and combining literally movies or comics or museum visits with the play toys or projection objects I had as a kid. Because I'm a history and military as well as history freak, or obsessed all my life. For example, we have like these gas hydrants for people who have like liquid heating gas in households, and they have like the same like how do you call that, Riffelung, which like it goes like this, like those iconic gas masks from the German armed forces or from World War II Germany. Quick note here: World War I and World War II. It was one World War, were planned long before in the city of London and in Washington DC, with the aim to destruct Europe and European culture. And Europe or the West, this includes also Australia, all white countries, is Edom, Just you also should get familiar with the term Victor's Truth, Siegerwahrheit, something I also learned as a kid when I was a child, long before puberty. But the thing was that with the World War II and World War I didn't know that. I just knew this. I learned this like maybe a year ago or a year ago. Yeah. Anyway, so I see these like gas connectors or ending barrels in streets where there's like gas heating system. From childhood on, I like imagined them and connected them with those iconic gas mask containers the German soldiers or fire workers or Volkssturm or people had here in Germany. It's the same like surface like this. So just as an example how I'm like trying to then create for myself stuff with my German slash white slash historic white identity. And yes, I reckoned with 8 years that the German CDU, the Christ conservatives, are traitors to their people and to the folk. Yeah, and it's disgusting. This says the word seek, like everything I'm showing here says the word seek, S-E-A-K. This is a rare large E. I usually do small e's, but since a few years I'm also making it into a hybrid so that a small e is also a large E. And this A is a small a, and this is a K, quite visible, and this is an S. And here is a selection of A's. If you think I'm too expensive and this is like an empty, pompous decoration, you're probably right. It's because I use the colors in this sketch like that. And if you can afford it, you can buy it. Yeah, I'm not exhibiting in museums. I did. Kiasma, in Helsinki, Klingspor-Museum für Typography in Offenbach. Is it Offenbach? Ontario State Gallery, Canada, just naming 3. But I think also before I was waking up to the activities of certain people, like consciously waking up, I wasn't in history, in museums. I mean, when I was a child, I'm heavily into museums. Like I was demanding it by my parents all the time. It's like terrorizing my parents with wanting to go to museums, literally. Historic, but not so much art. Art came, I told it in another video, because my ex, or my buddy Sylvia, she bought me, after those discipline exhibitions I did, participated in and helped in 2000, or not helped, I participated in all 3 discipline exhibitions in the beginning of 2000 years. I went with Sylvia starting to go to art museums. Yeah, and so it became normal for me also to go to art museums. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, like because of, I mean, I've never really expected to be shown in museums. I mean, I was, but it's like in the art market, just very few artists are the elitist, the valuable one, the exclusive one. And this is how the whole system works, and they must fit the narrative of certain people. And they also want to make money with them. I mean, and my name, SEAK Claus Winkler, in a way, is like supporting that. Like, it suggests, like, literally, come on, take everything from Whitey, take everything from the Germans, you know? Be corrupt. Go full Monty. Come on, more. You're just conservative? Come on, step over to the anti-white leftist side. Go all in. You can do better. You can be more corrupt. You can be more this. You can be more that. You can you can be more pro-degeneracy, pro-anti-life, pro-satanic, if you will. But satanic or Satan it's just another word for adversary. It means literally someone with another opinion. So, I mean, if you could dig deeper. So my name supports that, but maybe that's too much of a mindfuck, maybe for even those people. So they're like, in a way, my name maybe then my art encourages those who are behind Kalergi, Morgenthau Plan, who are wanting Edom falling or thinking in Edom and not Edom, those who are, those we can't mention because they control us, and you can't even say that because that's anti, you know what, and their helpers, etc., etc. Plus people who don't want to wake up, because people react allergic to truth and to waking up because it's unpleasant. Doesn't matter what kind of things, and my name encourages that, but it also encourages the opposite, depending on how you understand the name. So, but it's, I mean, so far, but it also encourages the opposition, the other side. It's like, I mean, and if the times are bad enough, the whole thing switches, but then those people who are, it's like, oh, those people who are behind everything, they will then already have positioned and supported the people on the new people in power, the opposition, controlled opposition, and also we're always on the other side. We're always, oh no, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so then we have demography. So, I mean, come on, as whites, we have to make each with each woman 11 children at least. And then we have a demography. You can watch these beautiful paintings or drawings, or then I will later paint those drawings into large paintings and wall paintings and murals, so they have something nice to watch. Otherwise, this is maybe, yeah. Yeah, this is also a nice K. Yeah, I mean, we can, this could be like a few hour long video. I mean, painting these with spray cans as well as with